Yo, yo, yo. Welcome in, everybody. We are here for the NXT Watch Along. Let me bring Peggy up on in here. Here we go. Hello, hello. How are we?
Good. How about you?
We are good. We are good.
Good. I'm so excited. Double Stephanie tonight.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be good.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're going to make her look like a badass
they
and win
better.
both of them, most likely. So,
Yeah.
yeah, should be good. Um, I don't know if they've announced much else besides that.
The Heritage Cup match.
Oh yeah, that's right, Javon Evans, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we
So
mentioned that yesterday, but I haven't seen anything else besides that. So
yeah,
I'm curious what else is on the card. I'm gonna search and see if anything else has come up. But
yeah. I didn't see anything today, but you know, big sports news happening about an hour ago. The New England Patriots signed a big time wide receiver, which is a position of need. Which they spent a good, like, they overpaid for him too, which is not what they do. They're cheap bastards.
this is where I sit and I go,
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
You know what? I mean, I'm excited if you're excited. Is it a good deal for you?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, well then
I think it is. Steph Diggs, listen, he's coming off a bad injury.
Okay.
So he tore his ACL last October, which is usually a 9-month injury. So I don't know if he's going to be at 100% come. He could be. But he's been a legit number one dude for like 6 years. He's good. He's good.
So he's coming off an injury and they overpaid for him, is what you're saying?
Yeah, well, we have to overpay for them. Nobody wants to come play in New England. It's fucking cold. We don't have Tom Brady anymore. People wanted to come to New England to play with Tom Brady because they were like, yeah, I want to be a teammate of Tom Brady. He's Tom Brady. We don't have him anymore, and now we don't even have Belichick anymore. So
did he finish last year?
No, he got fired 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then we had...
I know the name, but I don't really follow.
Yeah, and then he's the greatest football coach in the history of the sport.
Yes, that's what I hear from you.
In the history of the sport. So, with that being said, huge dickhead. And he was part of the problem. Not as equal as he was part of the solution because he was the greatest coach ever. But he was we didn't win because of him multiple times because of his stubborn assholeness. But anyway, I digress. He's still the greatest coach of all time. But no, Steph, he's a veteran, good receiver. I think he'll be good for the receiver room. I feel like the receiver room could use an adult in the room. And I think he's a veteran, proven, all-pro. He's a guy that when he walks in the room, I think the younger guys are going to be like, okay, this is a legit dude here. Like he's, and I think that brings a little bit. I like the signing for that equally as to what. And plus we have a young stunned quarterback and he has no one to throw it to. Now he has someone legitimately to throw it to. So if anything, I applaud them spending the money to help the quarterback.
That's been a thing that you've complained about a lot, is that they don't want to spend.
We have been the cheapest team in the league since 1994. We just had we had the greatest quarterback and the greatest coach who hid a lot of shit for 20 years. We had great players for a lot of times, but we won with bargain basement, bargain contract veterans that came here, and Belichick coached the shit out of them, and we had the best winner and the best quarterback on the other side that ran the offense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we could get away with it. Once Tom left, we couldn't get away with it. We couldn't get away with it anymore. And that's how it all went down.
3.5 minutes. So what do you think we're kicking off with, Stephanie? Or are we going to end with 2 matches with Stephanie?
The way they made it sound like she was main eventing. So
yeah,
I think last week they said she's going to do the world title match first, and then the main event will be right after against Fallon. So
crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I would expect, the last 45 minutes or so to be for her.
When you hear like she's defending and it's going to be back to back, and my brain is still like, okay, she'll open and close. Like I'm not registering that literally back to back, not just meaning like both in one night. Like so, I was just like, oh my god, this is crazy. Of course, commentary will be like, she's got to be tired. You know what I mean? So.
Well, yeah, obviously you got to lean into that. You got to,
See my cute mug? It's a Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. Not bad.
Little.
It should be scary.
No.
Sasquatches are scary.
No, they're not.
If you came across one, it would try to rip your fucking arms off.
To be fair, if I'm gonna die petting a Sasquatch,
you should not be trying to pet a Sasquatch. It will kill you.
I'm gonna die petting a wild animal. Like, I'm already committed to the bit that I'm gonna be like, oh, come here, it's so cute, and die in the worst possible way.
Yes.
So, I mean, Sasquatch.
The only Sasquatch I would ever trust is the one from Harry and the Hendersons, and if that's not the one in front of me, no.
But
You
Eli
run.
Surge is Bigfoot's best friend. So if we like Eli, then wouldn't we by default be also friends?
You don't know that. You don't know that that's a widespread fact known amongst the community. You could just walk into a Sasquatch. If he doesn't know immediately, you fucked.
See, Jason gets it. Yeah.
You know. All right, I got the end credits on young Sheldon.
I'm sitting on a 140 count.
I sit here and watch the last 15 minutes of young Sheldon muted.
While you have a snack.
Every week, and I'm just like, I have no idea what is going on, except that's the guy from the overrated Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm. I saw that we were talking about the spinoff there a couple weeks ago, and which I've not watched, but apparently it got a second season, and I was like, okay, so it's doing all right, or they got nothing else?
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I mean, yeah, but what if he doesn't want to partake though? I'm just saying.
So what I'm hearing in that story is that you're the bad guy, not Sasquatch.
No, I just think that if you ran into a Sasquatch, he would try to hurt you.
I'd be fine.
He'd try to hurt you. So
nah.
That would be
fair. I'm pretty convinced that I'm gonna die trying to pet a wild animal, so it's fine.
There you go. Yeah, I don't deal with that. I love it.
I mean, if I'm gonna go out, I better have a news headline that tried to befriend Sasquatch would be like an all-timer.
I don't think that would be the news headline. The news headline would be "Woman mauled to death by Sasquatch." That would be the headline. That would be the headline. That it wouldn't be. A woman died trying to. No, it would be a woman was mauled to death in the park by a Sasquatch. That's
yeah, you know what? You're probably right.
Yes.
All right.
And then, well, actually, that would be the second headline, because the first headline would be "Holy shit, Sasquatches actually exist." That would be the first headline. If we actually knew, that would be the first headline completely, and then you would come up second.
Yeah,
and probably on the headline they wouldn't say your name; they would just say "woman," no. And you would have to watch the segment or click the link, and then it would say whatever.
The Dr. Squatch soap. I've never bought it.
Oh, I love the Dr. Squatch. I was a subscriber there for a few years.
I saw.
Then it became too expensive, like everything else on Earth.
They're doing a cross promotion thing with Call of Duty. They have a Call of Duty line.
They have a Star Wars line.
Yeah, I saw that. I almost bought that for somebody last year.
I used to get those. So I did a thing where it was like when I first signed up, it was like $60, which I could justify, but it was $60 quarterly, and they sent you like 10 bars of soap.
Oh, we're starting off with that Kerr.
All right, I'm cool with that. Are they playing a song?
Or a vignette, at least.
Are they playing a real song?
I'm not hearing any music just yet. Just like just normal background music.
Okay.
It's just like it looks like it's all like news stuff, so probably not like a real song.
Yeah.
First women's double champion in NXT history.
She was at a Rangers game. I didn't see that picture before.
That must have been the week they were at MSG, right? When she won it, most likely.
Mm.
So I guess that might have been before? Unless they went the day after, maybe? I don't know.
Well, yeah. Who knows? She only had the single belt in the picture, I think.
Yeah, only the North American, right?
Yeah, so it might have been before. Because you think if she had both, she would have had both.
Mm.
There's your girl, Jada. This must be a tough match for you.
I think Jada's going to ball out. She's definitely going to lose, clearly. But I think it's going to be a good showcase for her. I really do.
Now, I don't know if you have it there, but our Costco here in Canada sells some of the soaps.
CVS, you can buy a few, not all the scents, because they have
Yeah,
they have
just
a
like-
lot of different ones, but you can buy like the core 2 or 3. Listen, I would get 10 bars sent to me, and they would all be different scents, but 2 of the bars, I did the pine tar, which is just the black.
You like that one?
Oh, it's like gritty.
It's a very strong
It's
scent.
gritty.
Very manly.
So I would start with that one, and then I would go through the rest of the scents, and then I would end with that one. And that was like that was my role.
I usually like ones like, I mean, I don't buy it. It's definitely more manly.
They had an
than I
IPA one,
prefer.
a grapefruit IPA one that smelled excellent as well.
Yes, yeah, I could probably get on board with that.
Even though I
But
hate
find a lot of
grapefruit.
them, like, I like smells that smell like the ocean, like that kind of scent. So.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a fellow Canadian.
Hello, Stephanie. There's my girl Jada.
Yeah. She looks like $1 million too.
Yeah, she
Like,
does.
I mean,
Always.
yeah.
Always. You know who else looks like $1 million? They're gonna show her? Fallon Henley.
Yeah, there she is.
$1 million all the time. You know?
She's in the pink and black there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cowboy hat, you know? All right, do we think that the group here costs him? Because that group seems to be starting to
Javon?
target Javon now. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was like, who are we talking?
Yes. Because that group is also
little-
fronted.
Ahead of you or behind you. We're starting with Jada.
Okay, so we're starting with Stephanie then. Unless they switched it up and they're not doing back to back. But I
think we
swore
can
they said they
start
were doing
and
back
end
to
with-
back.
That's what my brain thought open and close, but they were saying back to back, but I don't know if they mean back to back, like both in one night, or actually.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. The way that I took that promo by Ava, it sounded like to me,
Actually back to back.
yes. But I guess they'll start with this, and then the main event will be her and Fallon, which is crazy because
This is the big title.
exactly. Like I don't mind it because Jada, but like you think they would do it reverse, and the world title would main event tonight.
Which always, like I said, always makes me wonder if something's going to happen if she's going to drop that title to Fallon. If it's the main
Well,
event.
I think
but I can't imagine
I think
amalgamating them into one and then splitting them apart again immediately.
Yeah.
Not amalgamating them to
Well,
one, but giving them to one person.
This sets it up perfectly, though. So if she gets banged up in this match, or she gets attacked after this match, like if I'm Fallon Henley after the match, I'm talking to my other two, and I go, you go in there and beat the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
Just beat her down.
Yeah.
I'll stay back here.
Like after
you two,
this match?
yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once the bell rings,
She
whoever
had
the
nothing
win,
to do with it if she's not ringside.
yeah, whoever the winner is, once the bell rings, get your ass to the ring and beat the fuck out of them. And then I would be like, okay. And then she can wear the bandages later and be like, oh. They can lean into that.
God, she looks so good. Like, there's no way you don't look at her and you go, superstar. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, listen.
The women on NXT, a lot of them are just like, they all look so good.
Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
One fall.
For one fall is for the NXT
Women's
Women's Championship.
Championship.
The group just walked in after they showed Javon walking in from the parking lot. I missed that, Scott. I was
Oh, did they?
not paying attention.
Very good.
Yeah.
See, I've been saying it here for weeks, guys. I've been saying it here for weeks. That group is going to be fronted by Trick Williams. I'm telling you right now.
What if they're targeting Javon because Javon's the leader?
That would be fun. I wouldn't mind
Because you
Javon
know
being
how
the.
they
I wouldn't
always,
mind
like-
Javon being the
Did
leader.
they do the thing with Mustafa Ali as well? Like they
The
targeted
Retribution.
him and then he ended up being the leader. Yeah.
Yeah, I would not be. I would be okay with that. I think Javon would be a good leader there. However,
I think Javon is just so like the happy-go-lucky
Exactly.
face that giving him some like street.
and
cred
I think
wouldn't be a bad thing.
Trick Williams and Javon have been at odds. I wouldn't say feuding, but they've been at odds with each other for a little bit now, not seeing eye to eye. And oddly enough, that group has targeted Javon Evans more than once since that.
Yeah, and not Trick. They haven't touched Trick.
No. So Trick's going to be the leader of that group.
I could see that. I was just more of a like,
But I think Javon would be another
swerve.
good choice, though, if they went that way. I really do.
the swerve of,
Yeah.
we attacked him so no one suspects that he's
Yeah.
the leader, right?
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it at all.
But also at Super Brawl 8, you
Super Brawl 8. Vic Joseph bringing up Super Brawl 8. All right.
Sometimes they bring up the most random things on commentary, and I'm like, what? Like, how old
Holy
is that?
shit. So WCW, back in the day, they had 4 major pay-per-views as well. Back before it was every month. You know, WWE had their 4, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Mania, and Survivor Series back then. WCW had Starrcade, which was like their WrestleMania. Super Brawl. Oh, God. Bash at the Beach and Halloween Havoc, I think? Maybe? I don't know.
Never watched it.
No, but yeah, I know you said you started watching wrestling later. I wasn't trying to like
the 80s and like early 90s, and then I stopped until about 2010.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sort of like missed an entire like generation of wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, they got the whole women's roster back there watching this.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Everyone will be like chomping at the bit for next.
I was not a WCW kid, so like I didn't grow up watching WCW, but my assumption was Starrcade was equivalent to their Mania, and Super Brawl was like their number 2, their SummerSlam. Like that was like the hierarchy of WCW.
And I didn't pick that up either, Scott. Scott said they nodded approvingly last week when Javon laid out Oba, the group.
Huh? But Trick was calling out Oba as well.
Sometimes I want to go back and watch stuff when I hear things like that. I'm like, did they? No, I
Yeah.
want to go look.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about Netflix. You can go back and watch whenever you want.
Yep. Yep. Rick Martel, Scott. Rick Martel was a great wrestler back in the day. What was that? What happened there? That looked weird.
She's got like the brightest white sneakers on, which is such the contrast with everybody's black gear.
Mm-hmm. And even her black gear. She's wearing all black, but the bright white shoes.
Not to mention the fact that by the time Vaquer steps into the ring with Fallon Henley, she will
Whoa.
already compete once tonight. She could be significantly less than 100%.
Oh, what a year it's been for Vaquer already. First woman to hold the women's and the women's North American title.
Have the nominations been up for the Slammies yet? Because they just said she's nominated for one.
Yeah, Cody posted. I think they came out today because Cody posted about it. He got nominated for a bunch. I'll go through them. We can go through them during the commercials.
Yeah, I just heard them mention it, and I was like, I didn't see the nominations, but I've been out most of the day today, so.
Speak of the devil.
I had to treat myself to that fritter. Oh my god.
Yeah, that looked good. That looked good.
So we're on a commercial.
Yeah, so let me see if I can. All right, we can vote now. Actually, all right, here we go. You ready?
Who turned 69?
What?
Rick Martel?
Good for him.
Must be.
Nice.
I would
All
assume
right.
Booker T's up there as well.
We had. Oh God, what the hell's going on here? Hold on. Okay, we got a bunch. All right, I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up.
Okay.
Breakout superstar of the year: Braun Breaker, Lyra Valkyria, Penta, Oba Femi, Julia, Tiffany Stratton, Jacob Fatu, Chelsea Green, or Stephanie Vaquer.
It's quite that category alone.
It's a big
is
list.
loaded.
That's a big list right there.
And there's so many, many choices in each one.
That's a big list right there.
Yeah. Anybody could win, and I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah. I think I would go Tiffany Stratton. Even though I think she's struggling right now.
I think Jacob Fatu.
Fatu would be all right. But Tiffany Stratton, to me, she became a world champion. Mm-hmm. Up in the main roster, and in her first year, won the Money in the Bank, became a world champion. She's fighting Charlotte at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
In a title match. That's quite a...
I can definitely see that list. I just think more like Jacob came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And is now like...
yeah. We have... Oh, all right. Here we go. The WTF. Why the Face moment of the year. R-Truth calls Triple H Ciampa. The Kevin Owens car interviews.
Those are great.
Chelsea Green goes into the dumpster. I assume that's the dumpster match with me.
Yeah, when she came up with all the garbage on her.
Yeah. Dominic Mysterio in the shark cage. I Show Speed with Logan Paul at Wrestle. That's not the I Show Speed there should be. It should be him getting speared by Braun Breaker.
Oh, I was just going to say.
No, but it says I Show Speed with Logan Paul at WrestleMania. I don't even remember what
I wonder
that
if
is
it means the
referring
whole
to.
segment, maybe. But
Yeah.
yeah,
LA Knight in Logan Paul's pool, that segment.
that was funny.
R-Truth wrestles with John Cena.
When they were the tag team?
Yeah, I think, right?
Yeah. So I was like, wait.
Jacob Fatu, I love you solo, it says. So maybe the first time he yelled I love you solo, maybe, or something like that. The Wyatt Six's debut. That was a good one. And rabid noises from Tama Tonga.
It's funny you say rabbit noises. All I hear is the crazy guy from Lion King.
I would go Wyatt Six's debut. I think that was
Of those, I think, yeah.
the debut.
Mhm.
NXT Superstar of the Year. Obafemi, Roxanne. I like how. Oh no, because Julia was there before Vaquer, I guess. All right, Obafemi, Roxanne Perez, Trick Williams, Ethan Page, Kalani Jordan, or Julia.
Stephanie's not on there.
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but she's on the breakout. Stephanie's on the breakout with Julia as well.
That's why I find that interesting.
But I know Julia got there before Stephanie. Stephanie got there a smidge later, but I don't know that I don't know the timeline. Maybe like Stephanie was only there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they picked the nominees.
Yeah. Also, maybe it was because Julia was. No, because Kalani Jordan wasn't a world champ either. I don't know.
Come on, Jada. Put some big offense in here.
Yeah.
Something else we haven't talked about, Graves. This match very well could
You can't get a victory on a submission? What?
What? Who said that?
They just said it on commentary that she needs to make a pin to win.
No, to become
get a-
champion. To become champion.
Yeah, so she can't become champ if she gets Stephanie to submit?
No, I think he said DQ'd
Oh,
because you can't win a championship on a DQ.
I thought you said he said submission. That's why I was like, what? Am I missing something?
Uh oh, Booker.
I think
Cue it
Roxanne
up,
Perez
Booker.
is there.
We're
Yeah.
hearing this twice tonight. Let's go.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Ah. Yeah. I don't care if it's. I don't care. That's fucking
It is what it
hilarious.
is.
That's fucking hilarious.
I think any other situation I'd be like creeped out by it, but I'm just like whatever.
Yeah, it's just like
dumb
to me.
fun
I
now.
find that hysterical. I don't even view it as like
Yes.
that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hysterical. Yeah. I can only imagine what he looks like when he says that at the table. Is his tongue out?
I feel like they should show it.
You know, like
just,
it's
like
just
a picture of
what
him.
a time. What a time.
I could see that Jason, Ethan Page, or Perez for the NXT star.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them would be that.
Will on YouTube, I think Stephanie is retaining both, and she's just going to look like a badass. I think that's what we're getting tonight. If she were going to lose one, it would be the North American. However, she's retaining both. She's not.
Yeah, I think something is going to happen at the end. Maybe a DQ and she wins. Champion's advantage retains. Not necessarily a clean win for Stephanie, but they.
What the hell is Jordan Grace doing out there?
Jordan Grayson.
No, I said, what the hell is Jordan Grace doing out
That's
there?
what I said. She can do whatever she wants. Is she doing the SpongeBob thing?
That's not. Stephanie didn't need help. I don't like that. I like.
Well, that
I like.
Up a feud between Jada and
Yes,
Jordan.
I like Jada and Jordan as a pair, but I don't need Jordan getting involved in shit that she doesn't need to be getting involved in.
What if she's got the crazy shoes on? I can't see her feet. I want to know if she has
Those
crazy
are
boots on again.
ridiculous. Ridiculous
Oh,
shoes.
here she goes.
Hit
They're
her.
going off
Yeah.
guard. Yeah.
She should. Let him go. If I was
Let
Vaquer, I'd be
them
pissed
fight.
too.
Let them fight.
Jada Parker right on point, but Jordan Grace arrives at the worst possible time for the challenger Parker. Stephanie Vaquer would capitalize off of the hypnotic attempt into a pinning combination.
It does set up a little bit of messiness.
For me.
There you go. There you
Okay.
go, the girls. Except Fallon's out there too.
All right, this is what they should do. Beat the shit out of her. This don't matter. Now she's going to come out later with like the bandages, and she's going to be limping, and now they're really going to be like,
She looks
oh.
pretty fresh for someone who just fought a
Exactly.
title match,
Exactly.
right?
Where are her friends?
So no friends, no Ava.
No officials? Nobody's coming
No
out
one
here to
likes
break this
Stephanie,
up?
Apparently. Now we got Stephanie, no friends. 2 belts, no friends.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? Fuck her. Let her loose.
Got this.
Let her loose. We don't need her having
there's
both.
your boy, Trick. There you go. And Javon. Okay.
I'm telling you.
Did ass? I don't like how you pushed me to the side last week.
Yep.
Oh.
I was focused on Dark State, and I was trying to tell you and Oba that we need to.
Javon, you still don't get it, do you? What, because we're from Carolinas, we're supposed to be brothers?
It's happening.
I'm focused on stand and deliver.
You been focused on Oba Femi, bro. We know. You been focused on Oba for
Javon is picking up a bit of edge too. Like, he used to be a lot more bubbly and bouncy, for lack of a better. But
Oh, really?
the both of them are very edgy to each other. I like it.
Keep on down with me. I'm like,
I would love this feud,
all right, well, you said I'll never be champion.
which is happening. They're building to
Like he
it.
came back from his busted jaw. Now he's just all like,
Yeah,
whatever.
like Ethan Page changed him.
Yeah,
for you.
he broke his smile,
Mm-hmm.
literally. Like, yeah.
But it's one thing to have potential, it's another thing to have the title. Everybody can't hold that title in the air.
You know, I thought we was mad cool, but that NXT title was really changing to be someone else. That's facts.
I agree, Scott. Jada will have a belt here soon, I think, too.
Oh,
After tonight, I will.
Huh. Okay.
I'm telling you.
So these matches are probably not back to back based on that,
No,
Yeah,
I would guess
'cause it
not.
would've
The
gone
main
this-
event, yeah.
because she would have just come out Fallon Henley like
Mm-hmm.
for her match then. Again, at WWE storytelling, words that mean nothing. Like, it's all up to interpretation.
All right. I thought they were supposed to be two, Scott. That's at least the vibe that I got. Oh, we've lost. This was early. Last night we went almost the whole show. We went almost the whole show yesterday. Now we Oh, see, I'm interested in this one with Steph here
Yes.
because
Yeah,
they're gonna
I-
talk about this shit.
CM Punk had a microphone. Triple H and I know firsthand.
I mean, your wife's the one who runs the show around here anyway, right? Your bean-headed wife.
Triple H with hair is still so weird to me. Like, I mean, I remember it, but it's been so long since I've seen him with the hair that I forget.
Mm.
Fired back.
So if you guys could keep that up for about 2 minutes and 15 seconds, you'd last 1 second longer than
What?
Bert did.
Oh, an exclusive interview with Vic and Ricky. All right. Oh, I can guess who interrupted the interview. Ethan Page would be my guess.
Ethan Page can do no wrong. I'm convinced of it. I love
Ethan
him so
Page would
much.
be my guy.
Him showing up at the pay-per-view in the full America gear when he's from Toronto, it was in Toronto, was just a lot for me. It was so good.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. All right.
All right, so next category, we had NXT.
Oh yeah,
Superstar.
hold on. Yes. Yeah, that was NXT Superstar. We have Faction of the Year.
Okay.
The OG Bloodline. It's a hard one to beat. The
Mhm.
Judgment Day. The New Bloodline. Damage Control. And American Made.
It's a weird category. The only one I could see winning would be the OG Bloodline.
Yeah, I don't even think the other
Like
ones are
none
close.
of the other ones, I can't imagine beating them.
Yeah,
But
no.
is this whole fan votes?
This is.
So
This
who
is.
knows?
Th-
That's the trouble.
I hate
with
it. It's the only thing I hate about it. Is anytime you leave anything up to the fans, that ain't gonna go the way it should. That
Well,
ain't gonna
because
go the
you
way it
get
should.
like voting, like review bombing, like voting bombing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
vote for something stupid, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Let's see. Ooh, all right. This is a good one. Rivalry of the year.
Okay.
Bloodline versus Bloodline. Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton.
I like it.
Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes.
Kevin Owens versus everybody should just be the.
Yep. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. A big one. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Or CM Punk versus Drew
That's the
McIntyre.
one.
That would be the one. That was the best one.
That's the one.
All right, we have tag team
Because you
of
know
the
that's
year.
still simmering in the background, waiting to surface
Yeah,
again, right? It's
100%.
just- yeah.
Tag team of the year. DIY. Awesome Truth.
Okay.
A-Town Down Under. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Motor City Machine Guns. The Bloodline. The War Raiders. The Judgment Day. The Street Profits. And Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
No, Pretty Deadly. I'm very upset about that.
No, they'll be on the one this year because they're going to ball out in 2025.
Honestly, that category is pretty open-ended. I would say Motor City Machine Guns would be my pick.
Jade and Bianca. They were pretty dominant until,
I
felt
think
like
because their run was small, like short, that they might get over. Well, but the feud's still going on now, so it's still fresh in people's minds. So.
Also, the Judgment Day were, even though they didn't defend them a ton, they were the Raw Tag Champs forever.
Yeah.
Forever. But yeah, Motor City Machine Guns, I think the way they kind of came onto the scene was
DIY is a good shout too.
Yeah, that's a hard one to judge.
Because it really, again, if it's up to fans, who knows, they might go with something that they see every week, right? Or like, the Jade Bianca thing because it's still going on.
Yeah. Okay, what else do we got?
That was
here?
tag team.
That was tag team. All right, here we go. Not the WTF moment of the year. This is the OMG moment of the year.
Which probably should have been the White Six debut versus the WTF moment, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They did kill people in their debut.
Yeah,
They
you know what?
murdered people.
That is true. I forgot that was part of their debut.
Yeah,
I was just
murdering.
thinking, like,
There were people
the physical
dead.
Debut, like the
Yes.
but yes,
Everyone thought Chad Gable was dead.
I was like, what a way to write Chad out of the show. Okay.
All right, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns match finish at WrestleMania. So I'm assuming everything with the Undertaker, Rock, Cena, all of that. Oh, what's going on here?
What's going on with Ava? Yeah.
Excuse me, man.
Oh.
What you need to check is why Gigi and Tatum have a match against
Yes.
TNA tag team.
The Meta Girls need to.
Thursday when it should be against the Meta
Did you watch TNA this week?
No.
Worth going to check out this segment alone if you get a chance. Santino was like to Lash, "You are a lot of woman, aren't you?" I'm kind of scared right now. It was so good.
She played volleyball. See, they're building a nice little tag team division down here for the ladies.
need
Like,
their
these
own
are three good teams.
Give them their own belts.
They already had them, though, and it didn't work.
Well, did they have a good amount of women to fight for them?
I think they just need the women to go down there and fight on NXT more.
Yeah.
If the main women's tag titles are going to float between all three, I think they need to equally float between all three.
Yes. And someone from NXT needs to wear them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They're talking about being rudely interrupted. Here we go. Oh, yeah. With Ricky, it has to be Ethan.
Yeah.
I have been waiting for this moment to sit down with you since you arrived a little over a month ago.
See how long this actual interview is before it gets interrupted.
So many big moments, but some in the locker room have been saying you don't belong here.
When is Stand and Deliver?
Saturday of Mania, 19th.
Oh, right. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was the following weekend.
A little bit of both. Okay. I think it's funny because there are superstars back there in that locker room that have had a head start on me. And it wasn't until I showed up that they decided to up their game. I think you and the WWE Universe is quickly finding out just how confident I am as a performer. Confidence scares people. You know that, Big. So that's what I've been dealing with all my life. So coming here was nothing new, nothing different.
Where do you find that inner self-confidence?
You know, Vic, when I was breaking into wrestling, I actually lived in my car.
Is that a real story?
Yeah. And there were times where I did not know.
There's quite a few of them that have that. I don't want to say the same story, but a similar story. You know,
Yeah.
struggling to.
But at the end of those days, the only thing that
Let's face it, they don't make a lot of money on the indie scene when they're first starting out.
The confidence
No.
in the fact that I knew that I was going to get out of the situation and it would all work out. And that's the reason.
Ricky's
why
just
I'm
so
still here with you
charismatic.
right now.
Literally.
Reason why I'm here at NXT, here at WWE, because of my self-confidence. I wear scars and battle wounds as pride.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. I'm okay
Also
with it.
makes sense.
Yeah, they had a stare down at the end of.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week they had a little backstage thing, maybe, so that makes sense. And him winning that belt right away.
I'm just gonna sit down.
If they do that, makes sense too, you know.
Please.
I don't mind. I don't mind that at all.
Is he continuing the interview, or is he just interrogating him now?
Too long. Yeah. So why don't you think that I asked you to be in the color?
I keep hearing the Cullen, and I'm like the Twilight stories.
That's what I thought. No. Remember the conversation in Philly? The one not too long ago, actually? Yeah. How many times, Ricky, have I had to talk you off a metaphorical ledge? Times when you didn't believe in yourself. All the advice that I've given you over the years. No, the reason I didn't ask you is because sadly you're still the same guy that I left over a year ago. Nothing's changed.
At AEW. That's what
Arrogance
he's.
of yours is a plague everywhere you go. And everywhere you go, all you do is create a nice long line of enemies. Ricky. And it's all you're doing. Wow, you know what's so weird about that?
I love promos that feel really, really natural like this too.
NXT or WWE.
These are just two guys just.
Oh, I've heard the same thing throughout my career. You want to make friends or you want to make money. That's exactly
Oh,
my
that's
point.
a CM Punk line, bro.
Exactly my point. Look at me, Ricky. I am a champion here in WWE. And I have 3 of my best friends who I consider family right beside me. They are the reason that you have that championship. And I'm going to be the reason that I take it from you. You get that? So you're coming for this championship.
I like that belt though.
Yeah.
Like the brown strap on it. I like it.
Even though you and I damn well know what the outcome's going to be. Do not add me to that long list of enemies.
Ooh.
You know what I'm capable of.
Did he hack off his hair?
What is it?
Did he hack off all his hair?
Brooks?
Yes. I was like, what's his name? Because he had that mullet. He's got like no hair there.
We both know
Might work for him.
He looks more badass without it. Like, yeah, he cut it all off.
All right.
Well, I guess I better
He looks
win
more
then.
like, yeah, threatening.
Come on. Like, really, what is he doing?
All right.
I like these guys too.
There's
Tyson
Andre
and Tyson.
Chase and Ethan Page just in the background, just both looking miserable.
In the door and everything is about me saying.
Chase. I don't know. What are they doing with him?
He was Baron Corbin.
Don't sweat it.
He is.
They
yeah.
gave him sad Corbin.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I was hoping for that it would.
But these, I like these.
I'll have to shake him out of it.
I like
others
these
too?
two guys with him. I like these two guys with him though.
That's exactly what you did, Ethan. That's gotta suck.
2 more
Oh.
words out of you, and you're gonna get knocked out again.
Hey, big dog. Talk to Kale like that.
Oh yeah?
Hey,
Or
we're
what?
not doing that.
Ethan, what the hell is your problem? That's not how we handle things here.
And this isn't a classroom, Professor. This is the real world.
But you know better. Listen, they're young and they're inexperienced.
They're young, so you should teach them that their words actually have consequences. You know what? I actually forgot that your dead-end university is closed.
Oh, that's how you feel?
Yes.
Maybe I should teach them about sensitive, tough guys like you who can't handle the truth.
We'll see.
Yeah, I guess we will.
Go talk to Ava or
I
whatever.
gotta go handle this.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, they're pumped. They're like, "Fuck yeah, he's coming back, baby." Hank and Tank.
From right here, right now. I mean, listen to what they just told us, right? We're not 2 individuals.
No, I lost Peggy again. What the heck?
Intertwined. And nobody's more connected than the bodacious belly boys of NXT
Oh!
USA, boys.
Motor City, where's Peggy?
You got this.
Motor City Machine Guns is here, y'all. Peggy should hopefully be coming back. Motor City Machine Guns. All right, there she is. All right.
The worst for this, like Raw, we don't usually have a lot of problems with.
No. Last night we almost lasted. We lasted almost the whole show before we had.
Yeah.
But all right, Motor City Machine Guns making an appearance there with Hank and Tank.
Don't hate that.
No.
That's fun.
Hank and Tank.
I mean, let's face it, if Motor City Machine Guns are not over in the UK right now, why not?
Yeah.
On TV. Who are they fighting? I missed who they were fighting. Hank and Tank.
The guys with Wesley. The two guys that are hanging around with
Tyreek and
Wesley.
Tyson?
Yes. Yes. All right, they're showing the entrances on the P&P. All right, let's get
So we were on
OMG moment of the year. Yes, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns match finish at WrestleMania. Dominic Mysterio turning on Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Kevin Owens turning on Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes in October. So both KO turns in October. New Day turning on Big E. That's a good one.
That's a big one.
Tiffany Stratton's Money in the Bank cash-in on Nia Jax on SmackDown. Also a big one.
See, I think that was a moment that everyone expected, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
For me, an OMG moment should be something that you didn't necessarily see happening.
Damian Priest's Money in the Bank cash-in on Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Here we go. The Wyatt Six debut. So it got nominated for both the OMG and the WTF moment of the year. Braun Breaker spearing IShow Speed at the Royal Rumble.
That's a great OMG moment.
It is.
That is a great OMG moment.
It is.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed hitting a tsunami on Braun Strowman on top of a car. I was there. That was in Boston. That was a Raw in Boston.
That was crazy.
Oh, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here with this shit? Streamlabs. Get it together. Get it together, Streamlabs. I don't know what the hell the problem is.
You were gone on that one.
Yeah.
Every other time I've just seen the chat, it was just me, but this time you were gone.
And then
was that actually live in Boston, like out in the parking lot or whatever? There it wasn't like pre-taped or whatever.
No, yeah, it was live. You could tell. I could tell because of the sky. The sky was proper sky for a time for that timing of Raw.
Yeah,
you know?
that's fair. The Seth Rollins tsunami barrage was better.
I don't disagree. I think when he first hit Seth with those 6 tsunamis, I would say that was more of an OMG moment to me. Yeah. The Strowman was clearly more of a bigger, like the windows crashed and it was like, oh shit. Here's the winner of the group, the winner of this moment. John Cena turning on Cody Rhodes at WWE Eliminate. That should get 100% of the vote.
I was going to say, there's no way that doesn't win.
Nothing else should be voted for.
No.
And then the last one. No, I'm sorry. There's 2 more, actually. What the hell? This is like every other minute now. What is going on here, Streamlabs? This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. I'm going to... Let me do something here. Hold on. Let me generate a new link. Wait, no. Peggy's here. Peggy's here. Wait, what the hell? Peggy's not here. All right, let me do this. Peggy, if you can hear me, I'm sending you a new link because maybe that link is busted. So a new link is incoming into the DMs. Streamlabs needs to get its shit together. Streamlabs needs to get its shit together. This happens too often. This happens too often. But, all right, we got Hank and Tank looking to get some revenge. All right, hopefully this new link will not be as much acting like a hoe like that other link.
When I was gone and the link didn't work, I immediately turned on the volume on your stream. I'm like, okay, let's see what he's saying.
Bullshit. There's actually 2 more after the John Cena one. It's
okay.
Roman Reigns returning at SummerSlam, and Io Sky beating Rhea Ripley to become the women's champion on Raw.
No, nothing's gonna beat Cena.
No, absolutely not. And then next commercial, we only have 3 left. We only have 3 left.
I like the New Day turn as well, but there's no way Cena doesn't win that. I think everybody predicted that we might get a heel turn from Cena, but I don't think anybody predicted that, like how it all went down.
Yeah, no, yeah. And that's going to win by the biggest margin of any Slammy of all of them.
When do they present those? Is it a whole thing, or is it just online? Like, do they just tabulate the votes and put them out there?
The Fan Choice Awards stream live from WWE World at WrestleMania on social platforms Sunday, April. So I think it's going to be in the afternoon.
Okay, so it's done at like, the
day
World
2 of
event.
Mania. Yeah.
That's cool.
Easter.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now the Slammies haven't been around for the last couple of years, right?
I don't think they haven't made a thing of them, at least.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say I remember somebody when they were posting them online saying something along the lines of the Slammies are back. That's why I was wondering.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's 4 more. Damn. One of them I could care less about, though.
Which is the
most memorable entrance. The fuck do I care?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, look at it. I get it, but like
Mania has some great ones though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if Mania last year had a bunch that were super memorable. I'm trying to think of any off the top of my head, but when I think of like entrances that are memorable, Seth in New Orleans.
Yeah, but I don't know.
He had the whole band and
like, see, I don't remember that. I don't remember stuff like
that's...
that. I remember Bianca with the little girls dancing, the little Biancas.
Yeah.
That was cool. But Bianca also had the HBCU band one year as well.
Mm-hmm.
The school band. That was cool.
I mean, you also think of the entrance with the big 3 up on the platform.
Yep. Yep.
That was last year,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Was that Mania or was that? Yeah. Yeah. They fought at Mania, right? In a 6-woman, or was it SummerSlam? It's one of them.
I feel like it's a Mania.
Yeah.
Hogan getting booed should be. You're right.
Some of these I just don't remember though. I'm just like, okay.
But to see, like, I'm all about the big, like, it has to be a great entrance for me to remember it. And I just remember Seth being like fully decked out like Mardi Gras with all the dancers and the band and everything. I mean, Seth being a show off. What?
I think Seth could join the Rock Cena outfit.
Yeah?
I think he could. He's on my short list of people that
You
I think
we
it could
get
be.
another one, or do we think the whole hand gesture is just a thing?
I don't know. I'm kind of torn in the middle. I think it does come off to me as a wrestling fan thing where they're making it something that it ain't. But at the same time, I feel like everything The Rock does is calculated.
Yes. That's sort of where I went, because I was like, we as fans and a certain subsect of fans likes to analyze everything and dissect everything, even when it doesn't need to be. And then The Rock doesn't do anything that's not intentional.
Correct.
So
I'm just kind of like, it could be. But I do have a short list of people I think it could be. And I would say Seth is on it. Seth is on
if
it.
you're looking at people to take down Cody, basically, right?
I mean,
how do you look at it? Yeah, like,
Yeah, I'm talking. Well, I mean, we could have a lot of fun with that conversation if you're talking about like inactive people.
Yeah.
But unless you're referring to something else, and I'm an idiot, which is
no. I was just, like, when you think about why would they join the Rock sort of group, is it all like targeted at Cody? Is it targeted against, like, just
whoa,
Yeah. Like right now, where Cena's gunning for the title, right? So.
Yeah, Cena hasn't talked about Cody at all.
Yeah.
Cena hasn't talked about Cody at all. He hasn't even talked about
the Rock's plan overall is why people would join that group.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, I think The Rock's plan is he wants the world title in his group. Like he wants to have the champion by his side.
These are all big guys, and they are actually moving really, really well.
Yeah, this has been pretty good.
Personified by Tyson, but great situational awareness, keeping the matchup alive for his team. Think about all four of these men.
And so you try to recruit the champion, the champion literally tells you to go fuck yourself. And so then you recruit the guy who's going to be fighting the champion. Yeah. Then he's going to be...
Not seen a turn necessarily, but him just telling Rock to go fuck himself was like, what?
Yeah. What was that on the OMG moment of the year?
Yeah.
That should have 100% been nominated. They're going to win.
Yeah.
All right.
But they don't win a lot, so...
No. Yeah, I was going to say, this is like their big shining win because Wesley cheated.
Yeah.
Fantastic win for Tyson and Tyring. This is what you call a confidence builder, Vic.
Yep, here we go. There's the bandages already.
Yeah, and the ice and the...
I saw what Fatal Influence did, and I just want to...
I am double champion. I will keep my word.
Stephanie being a badass.
Yeah, 100%.
Badass is gonna badass.
She's going to go out there and win, and then she's going to be like, all right, she rules.
Chile. I am la primera. Fallon get her title match.
She's got the ice on tape, like bandaged to her ribs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's like, I'm out of here.
Are you sure she can go?
What did the medic just say? Did you catch that?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
All right, here
Abel's
comes...
like, are you sure she can go? And he mumbled something, and I was like...
Here comes
Obviously not
Bouncy.
she's not medically cleared. He's probably like, she's going to do what she's going to do.
Yeah.
You don't fight with her.
Yeah. On TikTok...
The man who has a feisty girlfriend.
On TikTok, that guy Sean says, is it just me or does it not feel like we're only 3 weeks from Mania? The build has been underwhelming. That's what he said.
I think it has its moments. I think it needs more moments, but I think once we get back to the States, when we have a full roster, like right now we have very select group that's over in Europe, and I think we're seeing a little bit, this is more for the fans to get Europe and the UK on board with watching the product and get them excited for Mania. And I think because they're going to get an announcement that London's getting a Mania, that's why I think they're doing back-to-back shows this weekend in London.
Oh, you think they announced it this weekend?
Maybe. Or we'll get another hint of it like Cena did last year.
Yeah.
But I think having back-to-back shows in London, to me, is a big indicator that they're probably going to get, obviously not next year's, but the year after, 27.
Maybe. I wouldn't be
I think
shocked.
this is just to get the fans and stuff on board and to watch the product. I think once we get back in the States, which is only next Friday, like it's not, it's next Friday. It's not that far away.
Yeah.
We'll start seeing everything rev up. Yeah, it definitely needs a little more fire. This is definitely a fan tour.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
3 or 4 categories left.
Yeah, we have Female Superstar of the Year.
Okay.
Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and Io Sky.
Chelsea would be my pick, but just because she's Chelsea.
Yeah.
I could see that going a lot of places. I think Tiffany is a great choice there.
Nominated for Breakout and Female Superstar of the Year.
Which I think is interesting.
That's why I think she should win Breakout.
Yeah, and I think Liv is a great choice there because Liv carried everything for a really long time.
I think I would pick Liv.
Just because she's had the work this year.
With what happened with Rhea unfortunately getting injured, like they lost Becky, which they knew they were going to lose Becky. And I think that their plan was, oh, that's okay. We have Rhea as our big star. And then Rhea immediately got hurt and Liv had to carry that division. Now, part of that is because of the booking with everybody else. But Liv had to, and she did it very well. Like, she did very well.
And I mean, she's doing things like, she beat Jade.
Yeah.
Friday.
She's consistently been booked all year. She won the whatever the fucking special title was in Saudi Arabia. Liv was the one that did that. She started and almost won the Elimination Chamber. She came out early and lasted a super long time in the Rumble. Like
she's by far my favorite part of the Judgment Day right now.
She's just that person. You know what I mean? Like she's been that person. I think I would vote for Liv. If you're talking about who was like the biggest star or over, I mean, it's Rhea, no question. But she didn't wrestle enough because she was hurt.
No. And I also find it really hard to vote for Tiffany in this category if she's also in the breakout star. I think you got to be in one, not the other. But
yeah, I mean, I think her being in both speaks to the type of year she had, which to me is why I had the opinion of her winning the breakout. Like, I think she should win the breakout. She's a main event star, right? Like, you know, so yeah.
I think her being nominated in both gives her an edge in that for sure.
Yeah. Male Superstar of the Year, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, CM Punk, Gunther, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes. I mean, for me, without question, it's Cody Rhodes. It's not. Wasn't my favorite. I preferred Drew McIntyre's work for the year of 2024, if that's what we're doing. I prefer Drew's work, but Cody was the biggest guy, showed up at all the shows, the world. He's the guy. So I would pick Cody.
That's exactly what I was going to say. What are we basing this on? Again, you know what I mean? Are we basing it on who had the best performance? Like, because then that would be Drew, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, Drew was the biggest character last year. And that's the same reason that Chelsea Green would have been my pick. Like, just the biggest character. But, yeah, I think Cody's going to win that too.
Yeah.
KO's not nominated, but KO again is work. He'd be like the work, not necessarily the star.
He's the best. Natural disasters, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good for them. I'm really excited.
Hell yeah. It should.
My dad would have loved that. Like my dad loved them.
Hell yeah. I was hoping they had just signed Demolition to a Legends deal, and Demolition is one of my favorite. Like I loved the Natural Disasters when I was a kid, but they weren't one of my Demolition is one of my favorite tag teams of all the time. Oh, here's Axiom with his fake voice. It's not him. That's not him.
They're going to talk about him in Spain.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm so happy for him. Did you see their feud on Twitter? These two?
No.
Nathan Frazier and Axiom, they're feuding on Twitter. It's so good.
My family. Sarah, that's a moment I'll never forget.
It's not really his voice.
Hey, me too, amigo, because I wasn't actually.
See, Nathan's being petty. I love it.
It's done and deliver season. But we've talked about this, all right? It was supposed to be a surprise, and we know you have a big mouth, so I wanted to keep it a secret.
What's that surprise? What, you think I'm gonna like tweet about it or something?
This is what their feud is about.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, are you serious? Maybe if I was there, you actually would have beaten him.
Was that supposed to mean?
Wait, and you got
Is that Gunther showing up behind him? Who's that showing up behind him? Oba.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Axiom just pieced out.
Yeah, he does look pissed.
So their whole feud on Twitter is that Nathan Frazier's speaking for Axiom, and Axiom is not having it. He's like, I can speak for myself, bro. Like, it's just really funny to watch them.
So is that how Javon's going to lose this match? Oba's just going to destroy him?
So are we doing the new rules still on this?
I think so.
One fall?
Yeah.
So weird. Can't change the rules. I don't like it. Demolition has to go in first.
I don't disagree. I love Demolition.
Do we have anybody? Who do we have for the Hall of Fame this year? Triple H,
Lex Luger, Michelle McCool, and then Natural Disasters.
So we're missing one, right?
The celebrity, right? They usually do a celebrity.
Yes. I was like, what category are we missing? Because we have the legacy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we have the tag team, we have the female, we have the headliner, and then we have
the legend.
Yeah, the legend, which is Luger, like the old school legend.
We need a celebrity.
So now we need a celebrity, or, I don't know who else it would be. There may be like a manager. They could do a manager of sorts if there's any out there.
Cyndi Lauper announced, Jason, or is that?
Cyndi Lauper would be a good one. I would assume is she not in there already?
I thought she was too, but.
You know who I'd throw in there? Hugh Jackman. I would try to get Hugh Jackman in there.
He can come in and perform.
Legend. He punched the shit out of Dolph Ziggler that time on Raw. Fucking whacked him.
She's not in, Jason says.
All right.
Okay.
That would be a good one. That'd be a very good one.
And she's doing a lot of stuff right now.
Oh, yeah, they do the Warrior Award as well, Scott just said in the YouTube. They do that as well.
Did they do the Warrior Award last year? I thought they skipped it last year.
They should rename it.
That's, I think, why they skipped it last year.
Yeah, they should
because
rename
they
it.
were like trying to get away from. Yeah. Unless I'm wrong and they did it, but they didn't call it that last year. Maybe they didn't do it on the show last year.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, what happened? I'm trying to think of who else could go in the Hall of Fame for like. Again, I wouldn't. I mean, you could put anybody you want in there. Get 2 tag teams. Throw Demolition in there.
Yeah. And I mean, we're just assuming celebrity based on what they normally do.
Yeah.
The one. You know what I mean? So. Well, that's why I said I thought she was in, Jason. I just assumed.
Yeah. Oh, crowd is not like this. Crowd is not behind Lexus King here.
No. Have they ever been?
No.
I mean, he's sort of like meh.
Well, we're getting Ethan Page and Andre Chase tonight. They added that in.
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely looked like Andre Chase was going to talk to Ava, so I'm guessing that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Two-time Slammy-nominated NXT champion Oba Femi. He certainly did not look happy when he arrived here moments ago.
So do you think that Sting comes over to induct Lex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think there's a lot of reasons for.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Tonight, this is pissing me off. Don't stop speaking. If I'm gone. Oh, Streamlabs.
As soon as I realized it, I'm going to stop. There's a lot of reasons I think Tony has to draw a line in the sand and not do things, but I think Sting and Lex is...
Yeah, to me, this isn't even a company versus company thing. If that's what Lex Luger wants, you fucking do it.
But wasn't there a thing with WWE not allowing Lex to be involved with Sting's last match or whatever?
Oh, was there? I don't know.
Yeah, there was a whole thing there.
Well, yeah.
But I think Tony Khan needs to be like, okay, we're gonna do this, but and have some AEW concessions put in there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just think both of them just need to be like, hey, this is Lex Luger's request as he goes into the Hall of Fame. So how about what we care about doesn't fucking matter? I don't know.
Hey, King Krabby.
Oh, Krabby!
All right, we have a commercial. Let's do the last 2 categories.
I'm just doing one. I'm not doing.
one?
I'm not. Yeah. Because the last one we have is match of the year.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. There is a lot of them.
It would go a long way for PR for Tony to do it.
Yeah. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania. I mean, you know.
Is this the match of the year?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell. That was a goodie. Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. Damian Priest versus Gunther at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles at Backlash. Very, very good match. 2025 men's War Games match. That was 2025. That's not true. 2024. That should say. We're in 2025 now.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was what? The bloodline with CM Punk. The OG bloodline with CM Punk versus Bronson Reed and Solo's bloodline, correct? That's what that was?
Yes.
Bayley versus Io Sky, an underrated match from last year's WrestleMania. Excellent match. Sami Zayn versus Gunther, which I thought was the best match at last year's WrestleMania. Gunther versus Randy Orton at Bash in Berlin, and Seth Rollins versus CM Punk on the Raw Netflix premiere.
It's a lot of matches.
Yep.
A lot of good matches.
Mm-hmm.
I find it really that cage match with CM Punk and Drew was good.
The Hell in a Cell match was excellent. That would probably be my leader in the clubhouse. Although I do, Axel, thank you for the follow over on TikTok and welcome in, my friend. Welcome into the chat. Yeah, I also think Sami Zayn and Gunther at Mania is very, very good.
Yeah, this whole category, I'm like,
very, very good. Yeah, and Cody and AJ Styles at Backlash in France was very.
Yeah,
that was
Scott agrees with me with the Hell in the Cell.
Tremendous.
I think that's such a match that sticks in your head. Like, I'm not saying I forgot any other matches as you were mentioning them. I'm like, oh yeah. But if someone said what match stood out to you last year, that Hell in the Cell for sure is one that I remember. Like,
yeah, it was
immediately
brutally violent.
Yeah,
all the blood with Drew.
Yeah,
bleeding and that was
the toolbox one, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That felt like an old school. That felt like as old school a match.
Mm-hmm.
That WWE has put on in a while, because that was like, there was not a lot of high spots. It was just really just beating the shit out of each other, just brutally.
Just should be.
Yeah, it was good. That was very good.
Yeah.
And I remember,
and it was also the cap of the feud. Exactly.
Yes, it was the end of the feud. It was the first match in the show, and I just remember the vibe on Twitter afterwards was like, everybody was like, that was an instant classic. Like, that was a classic match.
And I'm not someone like, yes, I'm soft. Let's get it out of the way. I know I'm soft. And I'm not a fan of gratuitous blood for the sake of blood. But that match was like,
oh man,
brutal in like the best way.
Yeah, it had to be.
It made sense.
It had to be with what they put each other through for that whole year.
Absolutely.
It had to be. And it was an accident. He wasn't supposed to bleed that much. He wasn't.
Why are you bleeding in this match? Like, sometimes I have those moments. I'm like, that's just gratuitous for the sake of it.
Yeah.
This match made sense.
Yeah.
I always like that I preface things like, I know I'm soft. Like, it's just. I mean, you saw my reaction on that Love Wrestling with Moxley last week. That match was just. Yeah, brutal in the best way. And you're right. It was an accident that he bled that much, that he got busted open that much.
Yeah. Agreed.
What's going on? Is gear falling apart?
Yeah, I feel like,
up middle of the ring. He gets a lot of air just jumping off the mat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, he's bouncy. I mean.
Yeah, that's the thing. He is bouncy. Oh. All right, here. Why is this happening? Why tonight might be the worst one we've ever experienced.
And I've literally got everything shut down in the background.
Like 8 or 9 times this has happened tonight. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. I told you my PC had an update before I showed up. Maybe it's something to do with that. I'll
I don't know.
If it has another update,
but that's gonna be it. He did it. Oh,
no,
what?
I thought so too. I wouldn't have been mad about that. I would love to see him hauling that around. I'm still thinking that that group might show up here though and make a mess of this, or maybe they'll show up after. If they come in and attack Lexus King, then we know something's up too, right?
If they attack Javon though.
Again.
Trick. Tell him. Oh! Damn.
That was crazy. To keep aiming for the jaw, like, we get it. He had,
Yep.
I'm wondering if it's on your end. Like, your camera is really, really pixely too.
Is it? Well.
Yeah. At least on my end, it is. Like,
yeah, I don't know. On the YouTube feed, I look clear. We both look clear.
So it might just be Streamlabs being Streamlabs because you're really pixely on the Streamlabs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird. Streamlabs is being weird today.
When are they not? Whoa!
I love it.
Damn. The young OG. That's what they're saying. The young
Oh!
Oba.
Wild.
Damn. Listen, now see, I get that the referee didn't see it. All right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're the ref and you turn around and this guy is laying in pain on the ground and this guy that wasn't there 30 seconds ago.
Okay, that's the fastest count I've ever seen from a ref.
You know, I don't know. I'm just like, listen.
No,
Oba, you should go right back after him and ruin his ass again.
I'm very much like, I mean, I get that it's all part of wrestling, but
Yes.
I hate when refs look stupid all the time.
I'm just like, bro, if you turn around and that scenario happened right there, come on.
Yeah. Oh, there's the lights.
Trick. I'm telling you. Because, you know,
1, 2, 3.
what's Trick's focus as well, though? Trick's focus is getting to Oba. And Javon, I'm telling you, this Trick's in charge of this.
Oba and Javon wailing on each other.
Yeah, and they're going to go in there and beat the fuck out of both of them, and then Trick's going to be like, can we be going to a triple threat match at Stand and Deliver with these three?
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah,
we're
Trick's
going
in there.
on this.
See?
Yeah.
I think Trick's involved.
I definitely see a triple threat happening with these three. How many refs do you have in there?
Where was this when Stephanie Vaquer was getting the shit kicked out of her?
Yeah, no one to help her and no refs either. Like, that's wild.
Let him go. See? I think these guys are behind Trick. I'm telling you. I gotta stick to my guns, because if I get this right, I've been saying this for like a month.
Weeks. Yep. Yeah, exactly.
So I need it to come true.
One category left.
Yes. No, that was it. Well, there is the
doing
entrance one, but I don't. I mean, I'll do it to do it, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't remember.
That way you can say you did the whole list. So
I don't remember what half of them are. I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah. Where is it? Most memorable entrance: Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Like to me, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't just a
no. That was last year.
What the fuck was his entrance at WrestleMania?
So I was like, which one was that?
That's why I was like, I don't know what any of this shit. Like, what did he do at? I don't remember that. Jey Uso on Raw with Travis Scott at the Netflix. I remember that when he was smoking the weed. He was smoking the weed. I remember that. Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. What does that mean? Did he do something special at WrestleMania? I don't remember.
If I have to look up the entrance to see why they're nominated, then it's not memorable.
Yeah, The Rock at WrestleMania. Okay. Bailey at WrestleMania. I don't know what any of these fucking are.
So was that this year, Jason? That Brandy was with him this year? For some reason, I thought that was last year, but like 23.
Seth Rollins at WrestleMania with the Philadelphia Mummers band. I remember the band. We already talked about that a little bit. I remember that. Sami Zayn in Montreal with Jey Uso. I don't remember that.
Nope.
Sami Zayn at WrestleMania with Kevin Owens and Chad Gable. I remember that. Where he saw his family, because that was when Gable was coaching Sami.
Yes.
So he saw Gable, and then he saw his family, and then Owens was at the end, and he gave him like a hug and said, go do it, you know. I remember that. That was a great entrance. Logan Paul at SummerSlam with MGK. Don't remember that. Obviously, I know MGK, Machine Gun Kelly. Like, I feel like I remember that but I don't remember the entrance.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio at Bad Blood with Liv Morgan in the Lowrider. I remember that because that was an Eddie Guerrero reference with the Lowrider. And then Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle, which I remember he got a good ovation at Clash at the Castle, but I don't remember a special entrant. Did he have like did they do the bagpipes for him maybe? Was that a thing?
Had the drum. He had the drum line. The Highland drums and pipes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that you said that, I'm like, yes, he did. What's that, Krabby? You decided to stream what game today? From
Oh yeah, so Krabby's in the DGAA which after
okay.
NXT tonight, around probably 10:30 ish, I'm gonna be back live. We're gonna be doing DGAA, and then I might play a couple of baseball games. See
Yes,
it.
give it to Bad Bunny. His entrance was good enough to transcend yours.
100%. Could win every year. But so
It's
Krabby,
like a baby Rhea. What is that?
Krabby's in the DGAA, and he's been the longtime coach at Colorado State in that.
Oh,
And
okay.
he thinks he's gonna get fired this year because he's had a rough year.
Oh, okay. Because I was
So
like reading that, and I'm like,
he was
first
having.
of all, I read it multiple times, and I'm
Yeah.
like, are you getting paid to stream? I was just like, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh, they repay me by getting shut out. Okay, sorry. I was like, it's gonna be your last stream unless they continue to pay you. And I was thinking that you got paid
yeah, no, he
to
got
promote something, and I'm like, are
he
you a big
yeah,
timer?
he
I
hadn't
didn't
he
know.
hadn't been streaming his games because his
Oh,
team was so bad. He's like, I'm not even
okay.
fucking streaming. I'm just letting it happen. But he was like, today's the last week of the year of the regular season.
Oh, okay.
And so he was like, I'm going to stream it. And then his team is getting shut out because his team has not been good
Okay.
this year.
So there you go, Krabby. I was putting you over as a big time streamer. I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah. You should go follow Krabby, though. He does show his games, and he's in the DGFL as well. He's a good dude.
I think I follow him.
So everybody should go do that.
Everybody follow everybody. Let's
But
rising tide raises all boats.
yeah. So we
I'm not
my
following you. Let me fix that.
I don't know if you know this, Peggy, but in the DGAA, the team that I manage, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish,
Mhm.
we are the #1 team in the country.
Are you?
And we've been the #1 team in the country for a month.
So your job is secure?
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you leaving? If someone offers you a job, are you leaving?
There's very few schools. So Notre Dame is one of 4 5-star schools in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And they offered me a job 2 years ago because I dominated at UNLV. And they were like, we want this guy. And I've gone to Notre Dame, and it took me a year because last year I showed up, and it was my first year, and it really wasn't my team. I didn't know any of the guys. I didn't recruit any of them. So I made some changes. I brought in a good class, and now we're humming, man.
Oh my God, Scott, I just realized that I read that entirely wrong. I thought you said Trick is like a baby Rhea, and I was like, is a baby like Rhea? And I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Like, he's acting like a child. Did I know there was a tag match? Like, that must have been what happened backstage when they were all fighting with Ava.
Yes, they probably made that. Is it against Lash Legend and...
Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah. JPJ wants to go to Miami and live a Miami Vice life.
That is true. So there are very few schools that I would contemplate leaving Notre Dame for because I have it pretty well made, I'm going to be in the national title discussion, but if the University of Miami, the Hurricanes, if they offered me the job, I would leave Notre Dame immediately.
I'm just trying to picture JPJ in like the suit and the pastel shirt and stuff now.
Yep. And I said it on stream the other night. So like in the late 80s, early 90s, Miami University was like the college football school, but they were like, it was outrageous. There was money when it wasn't supposed to be money. There were like, clubbing. It was crazy. It was crazy shit. Like typical 80s things, if that makes sense to you. If that makes sense to you.
Oh, absolutely.
Drugs, women. It was Miami Vice. That's literally what it was in the program. It was nuts, right? So I was talking about it last night after the game, after we showed our game, and I was like, I'm like, the only school that I was talking about a few schools because there's going to be like 3 or 4 big schools that are going to fire their coaches because they're not doing well. I was like, I definitely leave from Miami, and I was like, I want to go to Miami, and I go, obviously not me in real life, but like story-wise in my head of me being the head coach of Miami, I am 100% going to be coaching football games Saturday afternoons and then doing coke off a stripper's butt in the clubs in Miami.
I mean, why not real life? Just make it happen.
No, come on. I would die. I'm too old. Thank God I was born when I was born because I would have never made it out of the 80s. I know I would have had too much fun.
I think that's the same thing for me. Like I'm a little bit older than you.
Never would have made it out.
I was still young in
Yeah.
the 80s, so like I wasn't doing stupid
Yeah,
stuff.
I still have a friend, but I had a friend that I lived with for a little bit, and I hung around with him. His name is Wes, great individual. And in my life, I partake in the marijuana all the time. I like the marijuana, the Mary Jane, some call it. But I've never done cocaine in my life. I've never tried it. I've never done it. Mainly because I wasn't offered it, really. Where I probably would have dabbled. I was that type of guy. I probably would have dabbled.
I love that's your reason. I was just never offered.
But, the only time can I tell you this? The only time that I was ever offered was I was in Montreal, Canada, and I was partying, not on St. Catherine Street. It was a side street where the bars just flooded into the street. Like, it was not a drivable side street, but it was a Saint something street. And it was just a night, and we met random strangers, and I was drunk, and I was having a good time, and I went to pee, and when I peed and I turned around and opened the door, this handsome man was in front of me, and he said, "You got any blow?" And I said, "No." And then he said, "If you find some, let's do it, babe." That, I think, was the closest time I ever got to trying coke. I wouldn't have done it.
Some guy calling you babe in the bathroom.
I would have done it. In that moment, I think I was like 23. I would have done it. Fuck it. I would have. If he was like, "Hey, I have coke. Do you want to do this with me?" In that moment, I can't go back in time. And I think I probably would have done it.
That's hysterical.
But either way, so I had this friend Wes, right? And we were just having a conversation one night, and we both said that, and he goes, "I never tried. I've never done it." I'm like, "No." He goes, "No." He goes, "I have one reason why I never tried." He goes, "I went to college. Like, I had opportunity." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "My thing is I was scared." Like, his mindset was, "What if I try coke and I fucking love coke?"
Yep.
He's like, "My life's over. My life is over." He goes, "If I love it, I'm fucked." And that was, there. And I always found that to be humorous and factual.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I mean, I think it's the same with anything like that that's potentially addictive, right? I mean, legal or illegal, I think it's the same thing with everything. What if you like it too much? Like,
I have an addictive personality as well. That's just who I am in general. So I was just like, I can't,
You also ate shrooms on a high school.
What? Krabby? What?
First of all, you were growing those kind of mushrooms on your landscaping competition. The things
Damn.
you learn on this NXT watch along.
Yeah. Ate shrooms. I mean,
I mean, whatever.
I've dabbled. It's a good time. Surround yourself. Oh, what the hell is this move? Oh!
This is a fairly quick match. Not surprising.
Yeah, I know.
Right. It's what it was.
So they're building these two here for the TNA match, right? That's what they're just making them look strong.
That's what I'm guessing, yeah.
Did she hit her head here? Is she all right?
She is actually cradling her head pretty bad. So.
Yeah. Did she get a little,
I think this is my favorite show to do the watch along because, I mean, yes, we're obviously watching it and talking about wrestling, but some of the stuff that we talk about in chat, I'm just like...
It's NXT. Yeah, whatever.
NXT is consistently good, and I think that's why we don't have a lot to complain about. We're just talking about it.
Yeah, Jason.
I'm like reading here and I'm like, King Krabby with...
Whoa, hey, take it easy with this stance right there. Take it easy, huh? There's children watching. And by children, I mean me. Cut it out. Cut it out here. Anyway. NXT Focus, who gives a shit?
Well, it's...
Oh, wait, no. Wait, was this something I need to watch here?
Oh, who's this?
It's Tony D. Who's that guy?
The guy's with him.
The streets are talking.
Oh, the streets are talking.
A lot. Yeah, I know.
All right, anybody in chat know who these two are? Or are they just like generic X and Y?
Oh, his Riz.
She's all like pastel and girly.
He's gonna.
Done. How you feeling? I'll be all right.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pull Stacks up back. So he's gonna do.
We're getting a Stacks turn, right? Like,
I think we're heading there.
I want to know who they are, what's their motive, what's the purpose of what they're doing. I want to know where they're eating before they do it. You understand?
You got it, Don. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, you can count on that.
Did you just say? Did she just say you got a gun? What did she say?
yeah, I missed it. I was reading Krabby's little mini story here.
Oh, incredible, isn't it?
Hold on for a second.
Uh-oh.
We'll never look at
Here
King
it comes.
Krabby again.
We're getting the
Yeah.
stacks one-on-one. It's happening.
Yeah.
He's like, are you trying to swindle me?
You good, Stacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's all right. Besides Dark State. Why? You're the underboss for a reason. We grew up together. Remember when you were in high school and you and Ralphie Ciparetto hit that high rollers card game? Yeah. There were some big sharks there. Yeah, there were. And you remember when they tried to pull your card? And I had to step up and convince them to give you a pass? I remember, T.
Like so
I'll
invested.
never forget what you've done for me. I know you won't. Because I believe in you. Because I trust you. I can always trust you.
Right?
Right?
If you have to ask him that,
I cannot wait. This is going to be great.
if you have to ask him that, that means you cannot.
You can always trust me, T.
Oh, that camera shot when he said always.
Always.
So good.
Mm-mm.
Krabby, what kind of school did you go to?
The fuck? Where are you from? I thought you're from like fucking Ohio. That shit's not even legal, is it not? Where the fuck are you from?
Ethan. Here we go. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Ricky.
See, because this is the long-term first feud for Ricky, I think, is Ethan Page.
Oh, I think so too. So is Ricky coming to commentary? What is he doing?
It looks to be. All right. Are we going to commercial? Hopefully you don't crash out.
Looks like it.
But I'm going to go fill my water.
I'm going to try to not crash out.
Yeah. Because yesterday, the second I left, you crashed out.
Yeah. Ooh, Rhea looks great. Oh my God, Krabby. This whole story tonight has been fantastic. Oh yeah, that feud with him and Stax is going to be great, I think. Yeah, leaning in with the always, with that tight camera angle. Yeah, great. Great stuff. I know, right? Oh my God, Krabby. So good. So good.
Okay. We back.
Krabby's just the story doesn't stop.
Oh, it's still going.
Good.
It's still going. Hold on.
Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God. This feels like one of those Netflix movies or mini documentary series that you're like, it can't be real, right? Like so good. Yeah, you need to like write all this down and like send it to Netflix and be like, "Hey, I got a story for you."
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of, did you see the guy that just signed I think it was a Warner Brothers movie deal when he posted his short story on Reddit?
No.
So I heard this today. He apparently this guy he writes stories and he posted a short story on Reddit because he couldn't get published. Now this was I want to say a couple of years ago now. And it's got so much attention that just recently Warner Brothers offered him a movie deal for his story.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
It just goes to show like I think we were talking about it one day. We were like, don't worry about who sees your content, just post your content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just never know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the Reddit story went viral. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Obviously that helps, but you never know what's gonna get picked up, right?
Yeah.
So
that's pretty cool. Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it on the radio when I was driving around today, and I was like, what? And so I looked into it, and I was like, that's wild. You know when you hear stories, and you're like, really? And then you, oh, what you snacking on?
Grapes.
Red grapes?
I prefer green, but yeah, these are right. But they're good though. It's a good batch.
Yeah. I was gonna say you can have good and bad for both of them. I don't like black grapes though. I just find them, I don't know.
I don't know if I've had them enough to judge.
Yeah.
But I prefer green, but this is a good batch. So
Bill Nye, the pot selling guy. That's fantastic. I had the bougiest grapes not that long ago with the Lunar New Year. My friend bought these like really, really super expensive like Moscato grapes, and I was like, I don't even know how much they are. They're like $30 a kilo or something, so it's like 2 pounds.
yeah.
So I was just like, that's wild. But they were so good.
Yeah, I love grapes. I'm a big fan of grapes.
Yeah. Do you freeze your grapes?
Yes, I haven't this batch yet, but yes, I do.
Yeah. Those are my favorite, because then I feel like I'm not tempted to eat like a pint of ice cream like I did last night, which was really, really good. That key lime ice cream is incredible.
Sound good.
Yeah. Your mom thought you had never tried a drug, and we're finding out that you're growing it in your landscaping class. Like, and
So a couple words of advice.
yeah, Jason, it's Haagen-Dazs. I mean, I'm assuming. I mean, you guys have Haagen-Dazs, right? So it's their extras, spelled with like a Z, because you have to.
Yeah, of course.
And it's key lime pie, and it's got like graham cracker crumbs through it, like cookie dough would be in an ice cream, and it's a key lime base, and it's really good because it's tart and creamy like an actual key lime pie. It's really, really good. Hey, Haagen-Dazs, if you want to sponsor the stream,
Yeah, man.
NXT Watch Along, sponsored by Haagen-Dazs, because I think 2 curvy people know it's ice cream.
Agreed. I like Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah, it was incredible. I saw it. I love key lime pie. It's probably one of my favorite desserts. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. And I was like, I regret trying it because now I want to eat like all the time.
There's 2 A's
And I
in
made
Haagen-Dazs, right?
Yes. And I looked at the back of and I made the mistake of reading the calorie intake.
Yeah, don't do that. It's ice
Yeah.
cream. It's not going to be good.
I know. Yeah. As I was devouring the entire container, because that's who I am.
Yeah. That's why you just got to be like, listen.
I mean, they're like single serve, right? Like they're not that big.
Listen. Yeah.
But then they told me there was like 3.5 servings in that container. I'm like, oh yeah, no.
It's like, go fuck yourself. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it.
Look, I didn't pull out a bowl of popcorn and a bottle of wine to go with it. Girl dinner. So what happens if you have raw early on Monday? I could eat garbage for dinner.
Yeah. You know what? Haagen-Dazs makes a lot of the novelty.
Yes.
Like that's the one thing about them. Like they made a black and white cookie ice cream from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of butter pecan ice cream because I'm an old man.
There's a local ice cream shop here that they do specialty flavors each month. And in August, I think it is, they do a maple bourbon pecan.
Oh.
So good.
I
was
love
there like multiple times that month, and it was ridiculous.
I'm a big fan of just a good old-fashioned coffee ice cream.
They do a cold brew there. That's on their full time menu, like their always menu, and that's my go-to if I go there.
Yeah, I like a coffee ice cream. Yep. Pistachio.
Not a fan of, like, I like pistachios, but not necessarily pistachio ice cream. But, yeah.
Ricky Saints does look like $1 million.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, baby.
Oh, that's good.
What do you think of Ethan Page for calling you an outsider?
A little bit of a hypocrite, if you ask me, but what do you expect from someone
There you go, Ricky. I mean, kind of.
What do you think about that?
So we've got the guys out there for Chase U, and of course Ethan has nobody.
Correct.
Because Ethan's an official piece of poo.
He's
right?
he's a piece of trash. His character was.
Yes.
We like Ethan Page.
He always reminds me, Psycho Mike, the wrestler.
Mm,
You know of him?
I don't think so.
No. So he's an indie wrestler who's mostly, I know him from Evil Uno's Mystery Wrestling.
I know what that. I know Mystery Wrestling. Yeah.
So he's their like current champ. He has the All the Marbles belt, which is kind of funny. And so anyway, he has a doctor's note that certifies him as a piece of shit. And so every time I see somebody that's like, you know, that kind of character, I always think of Psycho Mike.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
He was inflicted one time, and he was being a nice guy, and he was inflicted with something, and he didn't know what it was.
Really?
He had to get treated so he could go back to being a certified piece of shit. It was great.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. They're going to PMP here, or just regular commercial?
Looks like it. Let's say PMP because he's picking Ethan up.
Yeah, PMP. Hell yeah. All right, so we have this match, and then just the main, maybe like a interview or small segment in the main event, I would think, right?
Only half an hour left. Like this is pretty tight too, right? So,
yeah.
And yeah, who knows how long that match will be, that second women's match, if Stephanie's hurt too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I could see it being a somewhat normal,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you got to give it a little bit of time to breathe, right? So, so what do you think we're going to do with Chase here? Do you think he's going to get out of this funk and do something else? Do you think Chase U's getting back together?
Yeah. I mean, I think those two kids are trying their ass off. I think. Here's my thing, though. I thought he lost a match, so I don't know if it could ever get back together because I don't know if that's legally.
Whether it becomes a new entity, like a new school.
Yeah.
Maybe not Chase U.
Something like that. I do think he'll find his smile again. Those two kids will bring it out of him. Or he becomes an evil heel.
Turns on the kids.
Eventually the kids turn on him. And they become
because they realize he's not the mentor he needs to be.
Yes. And then he's just kind of like, what the hell, bro? And then he becomes, I don't know. I feel like there's multiple ways they can go. Two more sleeps until baseball. Oh
yeah, I was like, what?
Baseball starts.
The game's already out. And I'm like, oh, real baseball.
In 2 days. Oh, sweet Jesus.
It was the opening game for Boston.
Oh, we are on the road. 4-game set in Texas against the Texas Rangers. And then I believe we go to Philly? Maybe? We have a 4-game series in Texas, and then we go somewhere else for a 3-game series, and then our home opener is a week from Friday. That's how I know we
pretty
start.
Early.
Yeah, the whole league. So what they've been doing, yeah, the White Sox are so bad. They broke the record for most losses ever in a single season last year. They are terrible.
Is it so cold in Boston right now?
Yeah, I mean, usually April the games are, but in April they start the games an hour early. So once you get to like May and all the games are at like 7:05, in April they start them at 6:05. Because by the time it's 8 o'clock, it's fucking 30 degrees.
And darkish.
Yeah, it's dark, 30 degrees, especially if it's a windy or chilly, raining. That's listen, I'll sit there all fucking day and I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven in that shit. But at the same time.
Where is Thea Hale, Scott?
Yeah, that is true. Thea Hale. I would like to see her.
Maybe she'll bring the smile back.
Yeah.
Sentient cocaine that she is.
But we start on the road, which I like. We usually start on the road. I say more seasons than not, they start us on the road because it's cold. So in April, in April we'll have more more away games than usually any other month because they're like Boston is on the East Coast and they're cold as fuck. So
and rainy probably.
Yeah, April showers bring them May flowers, you know.
Yeah.
So
it was really warm here today, and tomorrow they're calling for snow, and I hate it.
Yeah,
like it just.
We had a 60-degree. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
55.
Yeah. Well, we use Fahrenheit because we're normal down here.
That's why I said 55.
Okay. Oh, I thought you said 25.
No, 55. It was like 12.
All right, that's fair. 12?
Yeah.
That equals 55?
Yeah.
What is it? Double it and add 30?
Double it and add 30.
That's like that's the rule, right?
Yeah, it's roughly close enough to estimate.
Yeah.
So. 55 Celsius.
Yeah,
I'd be
55
dead.
Celsius. We were all dead. The planet is blowing up.
But I always
Which
convert it because Americans have an easier time if I just convert it for them versus them trying to figure it out.
we are a simple dumb folk. You know? Do it, Andre. Listen to the children.
Do it for the kids.
Listen to the children.
The children. Well, they probably are quite young looking at them.
Oh.
Jeremy is very upset that Thea Hale is not on TV. Exactly. Lambert from Fightful. People who are.
I mean, she's excellent.
Yeah. Where's she been?
She's been gone ever since Chase U dismantled. She couldn't
but
handle
she's not
it.
hurt or anything.
That I
know
don't know.
of.
I honestly
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen anything to imply that she is. So. But Chase U chance still.
Chase U. Chase U. Chase U. Thank you. Whoa.
To steal the smile of Andre Chase.
Not happening. He's still alive. The kids are pumped. Chase U.
Are you watching Daredevil?
I am going to watch it, but I have not. I'm not up on it right now. Probably be more of a binge.
Watching it. Yeah.
I'll probably catch up to it before it ends in real time because they're doing it weekly.
Yeah, it's going to end right before Easter.
Yeah.
So 3 weeks.
Wow, that's a short season. Was it only 6
9
episodes?
episodes.
Oh, 9? All right, that's not bad. Because it just started, though, didn't it? Only like 3, right? 3 or 4? Something like that?
4 and 5 tonight.
Oh, are they releasing doubles every week?
They did a double the first week.
Yeah.
And then they did 1 and 2, and then they did 3. Maybe it's 5 and 6 tonight. I have to double check. As someone who actually does the recap shows, it'd be probably good to know what the hell I'm watching tonight. So. But it is a double episode tonight. But are you keeping up on White Lotus?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
It's excellent. It's a tremendous season of television so far.
This week's episode, I was like, what? So many times.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that is really good. So I'm watching that currently. Daredevil is on my list. I enjoyed the Netflix version of Daredevil, and I'm glad they brought almost everybody back. Uh-oh. What is he doing?
Ooh, look good. Oh, he's still alive. So it's 5 and 6 tonight.
Okay.
And then we've got 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9th, which is the final episode, is April 15th. And then it'll be done. Yeah, it's excellent, though. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. So
it's interesting because they were supposed to do 1 18-episode season, and they decided about like the rewrites and stuff that they did that they're doing 2 9-episode seasons.
HBO. No. What is it? It's HBO, right? Like Disney Plus? Is that what it's on? Disney was like, how can we make the most money?
Well, I think they did a lot of rewrites from what I'm seeing.
Hey, listen, hopefully it's better because of it.
Yeah, but you can see certain parts that were left in from the first iteration of the show. But yeah.
All right, so
oh, there we go.
Ricky and Ethan are
his goons. Yeah, I like the haircut.
Yeah. Works for him.
It fits more with the vibe of the culling, right?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't look like drunken redneck cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the guys out in the NXT parking lot. God, I want to see Trick or somebody pop up in the background of this. I like this guy.
When is y'all gonna realize that when Doc stays strike, ain't nobody safe? Hey, let's get out of here, baby.
I keep looking for some sort of like.
Yeah.
It's possible that they hold off on a big reveal of a leader until Stand and Deliver, which is only like 3.5 weeks away or something, right? So.
Yep.
Dark Side of the Ring returns tonight.
Oh.
Oh, Thea Hill's doing coffee blogs on Twitter? I
Good for
didn't
her.
know that.
I know she's been
Makes
like,
sense.
I've seen her on like a couple social media things and stuff.
And I'm telling him like, hey, Dad, don't worry about it. Like, go cut the turkey. Go spend time with your family. And he's like, no, we got to do this.
I haven't watched any of Dark Side of the Ring.
100%.
No?
Like any of it. No.
The first season is worth it.
I always feel like I don't want to know.
I mean, a lot of it is stuff you already know, though. Well, yeah, maybe it depends, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty like, yes, I didn't watch wrestling for a long period of time, but now that I'm back, there's lots of stuff that I've learned that I didn't know. I mean, I'm pretty connected in that respect, so it's probably nothing. It's like the Vince McMahon doc. I'm not watching it, but I probably already know everything that's in it. Like. What season is this for Dark Side of the Ring? 3?
no, more than that.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, like the Bruiser Brody episode, which is one of the first ones, maybe the first one. That was an excellent one. You know, and they have good topics, but I don't know. It's not a show that I keep up with regularly.
Where do you watch it?
I thought it was on Vice.
Yeah, which I don't.
For a
have.
while. I don't know where it would be now or if it's
Maybe.
still on Vice.
Yeah.
But I think it was on Vice for a good while.
Often when you guys say that something's on a certain channel, I know who would have it here. Oh, it looks like Crave has it here. Okay. Yeah. Crave picks up a lot of stuff. They're especially all the HBO stuff that you guys get, that Max, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have Max.
Yeah.
Which confuses
So
me.
I get all of that on
for the rest of time. So I've told you why.
Yeah.
But
Season 6. Okay.
yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, I was like, it's still on Vice here? Okay.
I never even heard of Vice.
So Vice first started.
Is that a sports channel?
No, it was really trying to be like a alternative, like cooler. Like they dabbled in sports, they dabbled in documentaries, they dabbled in news, but it was all like not mainstream news, not in a bad way though. Like it was legitimate stuff, but not like what you would expect from your typical mainstream news type thing.
Right.
And they felt like they were kind of coming across that way. But they would have cool documentaries, cool shows. They would show sports that you wouldn't necessarily see on ESPN or kind of like I don't know. I don't know what they would. I probably could just look up what they
Like an
brand
alternative.
themselves are. But yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, like they had some cool shows there. Again, I don't know what they have now, but
What do you think about the news about Gail Kim?
I mean, again, I don't watch TNA regularly, but Gail Kim seems to me I've met her a few times at signings and stuff. Sweetheart of a woman. From what I've seen of her in ring, one of the greatest of all time. It seems like she did a lot behind the scenes in TNA after she stopped wrestling. She seems, and I put it on Twitter, I said, it seems to me that Gail Kim is somebody that you would want working for your wrestling company.
Yeah.
So the fact that they would let someone like that go is baffling to me.
Well, originally I saw.
If I'm Tony Khan, I'm calling her fucking immediately.
Yeah, exactly. What was I saying? I saw the original tweet by Sean today, which basically said that she was leaving the company. And I was like, okay, maybe on her own terms. And then I saw that she got fired. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like that totally changes my
Yeah.
perception of it. And I think it's one of those things where, and I replied to your tweet as well about it. I was like, we need more women in creative and leadership in wrestling, not less. And everything I'm seeing indicates that she is so well respected and so connected.
Yeah.
Like
she's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there was also 3 other people, and I'm not diminishing anything that they do, but I mean, I didn't recognize the names, so I mean, that's on me. I'm not saying that they're not important, but Gail Kim is in every conversation.
Yeah. I don't know. I
And she
feel,
seems to be the surprise.
but
when
to
you're
me, yeah,
looking.
but to me, I feel like TNA. I feel like here's the thing. When it comes to TNA, they've obviously been around for a long time, and good on them. I know they've had multiple different ownerships and things like this, but I feel like this is the thing that happens with TNA. Is TNA will have a bump where everyone's like, "Oh shit, TNA's been really good lately," blah blah blah, and then the ownership just like last year they fired Scott D'Amore, who made TNA legitimately a good like a good product. Now they're doing this. They had that whole thing where, you know, they brought in Hogan and Bischoff in the early years out of nowhere when they didn't need to do that. The whole stuff where they didn't re-sign AJ Styles, you know, they wanted, you know, I feel like every 5 to 7 years, which means, look, at the end of the day, it's a good thing. It means they've been around for a long time, right?
Yes.
But every 5 or 6 years, I feel like TNA just implodes or does something like they're working with WWE. They're on a really good run right now. People are paying attention to their product. It's a good product. They have a good roster, and I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird to me.
Oh, trick.
Ton.
Everybody wants to talk about Javon.
He was collateral damage. Now forget that. Javon was a distraction. Just like Eddie Thorpe been.
God, he's so angry. I love it.
From what I want. Everybody distracted from the fact that I'm the man around here.
It's gonna be a great 3-way if we do it.
Oba knows that. And Oba, if you're still the ruler, then you know where to find me. Right here next week.
He's out in the parking lot by himself. What could this mean?
Oh, just ask him about Dark State.
Ain't my business.
Ah, you liar. I think you're a liar, sir.
That's why he's sitting in the parking lot by himself.
I think you a liar.
So there we go. North American Championship. Ricky Saints.
Oh, damn. I think Ricky wins that shit.
That'd be great. Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah. Glad to see the Montreal Canadiens are showing up tonight. The Blues are beating them 4-1 in the second.
Aren't you guys? I don't pay attention. The Bruins stink. Weren't you guys? I mean, you guys have been bad for a long time now. But weren't you guys supposed to be a little better this year, or were you supposed to be bad again?
We're second in our division.
Oh, that's not bad.
But there's still time to not make the playoffs. Come on. Throwing the coat over the camera. Like it.
Mm-hmm. Xfinity crooks.
Oh, yeah? Let's blame the Streamlabs thing on them, too.
Yeah, I know. Mobland, Tom Hardy. All right.
That looks really good. Badly wounded. How many times are we going to talk about her injuries during this match?
The whole
Just
time.
to remind you.
She's going to come up bandaged.
She wasn't bandaged and they just showed her backstage.
All right, maybe not then. I don't know.
I could be wrong, but I don't think she was.
Selling the
I know she had
effects,
the ice
maybe?
on her and then she didn't, so. It could be under the belt and I just don't see it, too. I like that she's carrying both of them in again. The belts. Nice.
She's wincing.
Yeah.
She's wincing. The odds. May the odds forever be in your favor.
Part of the Hunger Games now.
Is that what they said?
Yeah. Speaking of, I have to get the newest book in that series.
See, now people are starting to. I'm on Twitter now, catching up, and people are starting to lean in. People are starting to say,
The trick thing.
yeah.
I saw Ibu.
Ibu said something about it.
Yeah,
He said, "Oh, are they? Yeah." He said, "Are they trying to make it look like Trick's the
selling that
leader?"
injury, the way she's leaning over, not standing up straight. Like, yeah.
Corey Brennan of Fightful said, "This app will burn if Trick is the leader of Dark State." And I want to reply, being like, "I've been saying he's going to be the leader for a fucking month, bro."
We gotta find the clip. We gotta find those clips. We should be taking clips of this stuff when you say things like the first time.
Yep. Yep.
Like once you say it and it looks like it's more and more things, we need to be pulling clips. So we can timestamp and be like, remember 6 weeks ago when you said this? Yeah.
They say that you're not champion until you go out there and defend. Stephanie McCare, she's going out here and defending twice on this night. This could give her what I call that cloak of
No bandages.
No bandages, but selling the effects.
Yeah, like she said, she's not standing up straight.
Yeah.
Like the La Primera chance.
I like Fallon's commitment to the cow print.
Mm-hmm.
Love
Yeah,
the-
that hasn't, like, that's been a long time and hasn't wavered.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Because that was the thing that she had with.
Even when she was like
Tiffany,
and when she was
when
the
they
good
went-
person.
Yeah,
She was
when
a
they
baby.
had the bet and Tiffany had to go work on the farm.
Yeah. Yep.
So I feel like that was a thing, and then I wasn't sure. You know when you say something, you're like, is that right? I feel like that's right.
Julia and La Primera have a friendship that extends beyond the ring. Julia is certainly proud of
I was gonna say Julia, noticeably absent.
It's interesting because someone said that they saw a video of Julia on I want to say a scooter because she was post-surgery, but Julia's social media is implying that she's not injured. So I don't know. Because I went searching for that. I was like, really? I hadn't seen that. So I would just be curious whether she's injured and that's why they dropped it. And if she's not injured, I'm trying to see why. I mean, there was the rumor, and then someone was talking about whether she was having visa issues.
Yeah,
and
visas, right?
She shut that down. She said that's not a thing. She said she's in the States right now. So. Corey is very funny.
Yes. When he's on, he's good. Picked up where Jada Parker left on. Is she going to be able to do the move again, though?
That's an awful lot of core strength.
That's what
isn't
I'm
it?
saying. I feel like her ribs will not withstand that. Oh. Dang. Recur's music is also pretty good. I don't know. Is she? PMP. Is this for the Minecraft movie?
I'm not seeing it, but
No, this is for Super Nintendo World.
oh, okay.
This
Want
is
to
for
go?
Super Nintendo World. I will say that Minecraft movie. I don't play Minecraft. My brain does not work
No, I'm not.
that
I
way. Okay.
I understand why it's popular, but I also am not the demographic for it.
Yes. I am not.
I'm not creative enough.
No, I am nowhere near creative enough to do anything in that game. Like I'm not joking. Like I see some of the things that these people create, and I go,
How do you even visualize that?
I
Let
look at
alone
that
figure out how
and
to
I
make
go,
it.
they created a whole town, and I'm like, I wouldn't even be able to create a patch of grass.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to properly do that. You're creating a fucking town. What are you doing?
Like super intricate. Like, how did you get a rounded corner? This is literally blocks.
What do you do?
Like-
And like, I'm somebody that plays video games a lot. If I see something like that, like a town or something like that, I go, In my brain, I'm like, that would take me 10 years to make that. 10 years. How much time did that take you? Like, what?
I'm the same thing with you watch these streamers that do these sim streams like the city builders and
I
things
can't
like
do
that.
it.
And I look at it and I'm like, yeah, I look like a 4-year-old created
Yeah.
mine. Like
I used to
so
play
bad.
I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon. I was a pretty mean player at Roller
I'm playing
Coaster
Park
Tycoon.
Attack right now, so
Not bad. Not bad.
builds amusement parks.
Yeah, kind of similar to the Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yeah.
Except that the tutorial in this is not very good.
That's not ideal.
No, you know when it's like, we're going to teach you how to build something, and then they don't actually teach you how to build something, and I'm like, okay.
Do. Oh, all right. Vakur's getting moving. Oh, all right. Damn. Every time she starts, she stops. Because her ribs.
That'll be the thing, whether she actually gets the move in, right?
Correct.
I did like tonight that they showed, they acknowledged Becky Lynch being the first double champ in NXT.
Yeah, as they should have.
There's no reason not to. It's the same parent company, right? Like,
Good old Becky Lynch.
hoping we see her again soon.
Me too. Me too. Post-Mania, ideally. If you can do it. I do feel like a massive SummerSlam match, if they could do it, would be Seth and Becky versus Punk and AJ. I think that would be massive.
I would love that.
I think that would be massive.
Yeah, I would love that. There's no reason not to have a mixed tag match. We haven't had one in a long time.
No. Love a mixed tag.
Especially when everybody in it is so good. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Kicked her right in the gut.
Yeah. It's the bad ribs. Did you
Yeah.
hear that she got attacked after her last match?
I did. It was kind of my idea.
So she's going to have to pull the move out eventually, since she's attempted it a couple of times there.
She's going to miss this, though. She already tried to do this. Can't go to the well too often, kids.
Oh, slapped her in the tit.
One of my favorite lines ever is that one where it says can't go to the well too often, because it refers to kids falling in wells. That's why you can't go to the well too often, because eventually you're going to fall in the well.
Is that the actual reference?
Yes. Yes. So when they do...
Yeah, I always thought it implied that you would run out of water.
Well, that could be it too, but I take it demonically,
the
like
one
you
I
would
know.
fall in the well. You know how many kids used to fall in wells?
All I know is Baby Jessica was a thing when I was a kid.
What the hell is Baby Jessica? I had a kid in my town that fell in a well. He was down there for like a day and a half.
Caught in a pipe, like in the ground.
Caught in a
underground
pipe?
for, like-
What does that mean?
Yeah, like a pipe in the ground, like a decommissioned well sort of thing.
Was it like a
God,
literal
where
baby?
was that? I'm totally gonna age myself here.
A pipe? How big was this pipe?
Oh, how small was the child? Is the
I was going to say, how was it like a literal baby? It lived?
Yeah.
What?
God will be here. He'll get it. Don't remember. Oh my God, 1987.
Oh, I was 2.
Uh,
I was 2.
she was 1.
What? And she lived? How long was she in that pipe?
Hold on. 18-month-old baby Jessica fell into an 8-inch diameter well pipe in the backyard of her aunt's house. She was
Oh.
there 58 hours.
And she lived?
Yeah.
How could a baby live that long? It's a baby. They're useless. They are useless.
As a kid, because I was like, 13 or something.
Wow. 58 hours. That's like almost 3 days. That's like 2.5.
Yeah.
No. Wow.
And a baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, what? 18 months? A year and a half old? How did that thing not die? That baby can't shit itself without being helped. Staying in a pipe for 58 hours? Damn.
She was playing with 4 other toddlers when she fell 22 feet down the small.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. If I was that was at her aunt's house.
Yeah, so it's family.
I am whipping the shit out of my sister when I see her.
Yeah.
Whipping the shit out of her. I'll go, what the fuck? How'd that happen? How the
I'm
fuck
sitting
did that
here
happen?
thinking, I just educated somebody on history, and I feel like really, really old.
The fuck? I mean, Vickers gotten the shit kicked out of her most of this match.
Mm-hmm. It's funny how stories like that, though, that you remember, like that was a moment, right? Like,
yeah.
You know, one of those things that was on every news channel like 24 hours a day until they rescued her. Like, by every channel, I mean like all 3 that I probably had growing up. But yeah.
The first one for me, well,
yeah, exactly, Jason.
the first one for me, I want to make sure my timeline is right. There are 2 that I remember as a child. She's going to win. Yep, she did it.
I just saw the pin. Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So 2 stories you remember as a child.
OJ. Obviously.
Yeah.
That was literally all over the place. And Princess Diana.
Yeah.
Those were the 2, like...
Those and one from when I was an actual child, the space shuttle launch.
Oh, yeah. I learned about that, the challenge. Yeah, I knew that.
I was in school. We watched it on TV live in our classroom when it happened. I remember, like, that's a moment when you're a kid and you're like...
Yeah.
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 Oh, Jason just mentioned this.
Yeah, so I remember that too. But I learned about that after it had happened.
Well, I was going to say that was like 86. So yeah, you would have been very young.
Yeah, I had learned about that afterwards. Now Jada Parker should come out here and get after Jordan.
Jeez, Jordan using Fallon Henley as a weapon. Crazy. Oh, holding both belts up. She looks so badass, like all in like the black leather. Just passed them over, but you know she's side-eyeing them. Oh, she wants that one.
Oh.
It's funny. I would have held on to both of them. Go for both of them. Oh, there's Jada.
Yep, Jada. Hell yeah.
This will be quite the stuff for Stand and Deliver they're setting up here.
Yeah.
What the hell?
All right. What the hell, you know?
Like, Jordan is not very tall. And
Well,
Stephanie's
she's
smaller
also
than her.
Yeah,
Like,
but she's also wearing not as ridiculous as she did.
That's true. She's
But
got
her
those big
she
platforms.
still has the platforms on there, probably like.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Title defenses in one night. No one has done that, and Steph is still the double champion. So I want
We're about to have like a #1 contenders like battle royal or what? Gauntlet. Yes, Ava. Oh my God.
Okay, first of all, someone like that girl in the back right there. You don't have. I don't even know who the fuck you are. You do not talk during this segment. You have no voice in this segment. You're gonna. Oh, what about me? I don't even know who you are. How about you have a match first before you start piping up?
So I could see us having like a gauntlet for the #1 contenders or something.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Women on NXT are good. So yeah, more of them would be great. This stare down is good. Jada just sitting in the background eyeballing.
Yeah, you're just like, son of a B.
Oh, good.
Son of a B. That's what you're saying. All right, local news. Local news. What's the first topic on local news? What do we think?
Breaking news in the wrestling sphere.
What do we think? Local news, Massachusetts. I mean, obvious. So, what I was getting to is I remember those as a kid. So now I don't know if you know about this. There is a trial going on in Massachusetts.
A current one? Like current?
Yes.
Yes.
That is becoming the local. There's already a documentary on it on HBO. It's the Karen Reed trial. Have you heard about this?
Oh yes, I have.
Yes. So she's back on trial now because the first one was a throw out. It was a throw out.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're back on trial. So every day the news starts with the updates of the Karen Reed trial. If you don't know anything about, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I am I'm very novice when it comes to the knowledge, but basically, this woman's husband or boyfriend or fiance,
cop,
one of the
right?
one, he was a cop.
Yes.
They went out partying with a couple of his other cop friends and their wives and things like that. The cop ended up dead. The cop ended up dead. Now the cops are making it seem like she killed him. But she obviously is saying that she didn't kill him. And when you start to look into the evidence, it's pretty clear, at least to me, that it looks like she's being framed by the police.
Yes, that's what I recall from the story. Like, I'm not really, I don't know the story all that well, but I just know, like, it seems to be that that's her defense, at least.
Correct. And like when you hear it, you're like, you know what I mean? Because it does feel like maybe there was some other shit that went on. Like maybe, maybe they didn't mean for him to whatever, but maybe it happened with the other cops and they were like, we're going to blame it on that. I don't know. It's crazy. But they're back on trial again now. So every day on local news, it's like the first thing they show is like the updates for, like right now they're showing her walk into the courtroom from earlier today. Like that's like so that's currently going on. So when you talk about like those news stories, like you mentioned, that were like 24/7 all the time, that is what's going on in the New England area. Is like that's the first thing on all the news channels all the time.
Wow.
Is the update that's going on with Karen Reed, whether or not she's gonna whatever, because the first one got thrown out. So, but anyway, yeah. All right, Peggy, do the thing. Let the people know where they can follow you, where they can find you, and we are going to get up on out of here.
Yeah, so Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, it's _Ophelia_Payne, and on Blue Sky, it's just Ophelia Payne at bluesky.social. And I will be back here next Monday for Raw in the afternoon from England.
Yes, that'll be the last afternoon one, I believe. Yeah. All right. I will be live in a little bit. I got to show a DGAA game, and then we'll kind of see how we're feeling. Maybe we'll jump on MLB The Show afterwards. But yeah, I should be live back here on all three of these platforms with the DGAA season finale for the Irish kind of soon. So have those notifications on, and I will see you then.
Thanks to everybody for coming to hang out.
Absolutely. Thanks for all the comments on TikTok, and all three of them actually tonight. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. Appreciate you all. I will see you all very, very shortly